Welcome to Pokemon Pocket Roulette. Strong Pokemon? Weak Pokemon? That's only the selfish perception of people who haven't built a deck around all these awful cards. Each episode I spin a wheel to figure out which Pokemon we're going to encounter for that day, then I force myself to get a win with our new strategy. Will we prove we're capable trainers with the ability to win with any card, or falter under the pressure? Find out this episode of Pokemon Pocket Roulette. New episodes premiere Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. EST.
Alright guys, and here's the deck in its final form. The first two games we have it slightly different. We were playing Double Surge, which we decided wasn't very good. And then we were also doing something slightly different without red. We had Double Dawn. Dawn's important in this deck for it to function at all. And having two, though, is one of those things where you want the consistency, but it doesn't actually do what you need it to do. We end up replacing those with the X Speed and the red that we see here. We've got double Swoobat and Woobat. We've got double Pikachu and double Raichu. We're using this Poke Pikachu with the Spark ability. That way we can hit something that might need to be hit down to the threshold of 140 by Raichu. For the parameters, we're playing two of each of these lines. And oh man, it is not a good combination. Raichu requires 3 electric energy to attack, dealing 140. Pretty substantial, pretty powerful. Discards all the energy. So we'll have to spend some time getting electric back up. Swoobat requires psychic. Because Raichu needs 3 electric energy, we can only play electric in the deck. Swoobat needs psychic to attack. Now luckily, Woobat only requires 1 neutral energy, so we can use it with the electric energy to deal a pitiful 10 damage. So we have Giratina and Dawn. We're not going to be using Giratina as an attacker. We're going to be using it as a generator for the psychic energy, so we can Dawn it up to Swoobat and hopefully get a Swoobat play. We have Iona to disrupt our opponent. Also, if we get bricked on one side of it, we would much rather see Raichu than Swoobat. Double Pachirisu to set up the Pikachu in the back. The Plasma ability, I think this ability is not as good as it could be. If it didn't deal damage, I think it would be better. Kind of like how Manaphy deals with Druddigon, Rocky Helmet, because it doesn't deal damage to them. We've got the double Pokeball and double Research in order to have our consistency. X-Speed ends up helping a lot with like Surge plays, and Red is to deal that extra 20 damage when the 140 is just not enough. So that being said, let's get right into the games. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, if you'll leave a like, comment, and subscribe, we're getting close to 50 subscribers, and I'd really appreciate it if you could help us hit that goal. Thanks for watching, and I'll smell you later.
Alright, we have found our first opponent. We are playing against Butter, who is rocking Pikachu icon, Pikachu emblem. Hopefully nothing too crazy is going on. Now, what we are going to be trying to do is somehow steal a win from this person, and man, oh man, do I think it is actually going to be pretty difficult. But we are leading with Pikachu, and that's not very good because I feel like we need every advantage we can get, and that means going second. Our opponent is playing an Arceus EX deck, and we're in trouble. Basically, what we need to see is, oh goodness, I honestly couldn't even tell you. This deck is a little rough. There are plays, there are things we can do, and we do have the Giratina, so off to a good start. We are just using it as a battery for Swoobat and Dawn. We've got the other Raichu. We've got the Dawn, so there we go. Look at that. We're already off to the races. We kind of want to see another Pikachu so we can get one set up on the bench. We have the potential to like Dawn in order to like X-Speed this thing out of here, but we will see what ends up happening. They're playing Steel. They've got Arceus. Leading with Arceus in this deck is like the worst situation they can be in because it's like not really where you want to be. But against our deck, it will probably be a little okay. Raichu only having 100 HP. Definitely want to get something going. There's the Dialga. If they leaf us, which they can't do this turn, they do have it in hand though. Otherwise, they would not be setting Dialga up like this. We drew the Woobat though, and that is part of the strategy. We can now Dawn up to the Woobat to have the Swoobat. That's pretty powerful indeed, but that's not going to do much. So what we are going to do here is we're going to research. We are going to power up our Giratina, and we're probably going to pull this Pikachu out. But luckily for us, we do know they have to leaf. They're going to grind. We will use our Pokeball, and I think we have everything but the other Woobat. Yeah, there's the other Woobat, so we can get it on the field. We will get the other Pikachu back here. We are going to Giratina, and we will be ready for the Woobat-Swoobat combo. We're going to be able to Dawn up into Woobat if we draw it. We actually don't have the Swoobat. We have the Surge. Moving all our electric energy. Yeah, there's the leaf. We knew that was coming. Smart of them to like just go ahead and get it set up. You know, we would play against a competent person in normals, you know, but that's okay. We will see what they end up doing. They do have Dialga. They've got Cape, so they know they can prevent our Raichu Thunderbolt 2. We don't have red in this deck because everything is so tightly knit. We have our Gnaw. We do have our Spark, though, which can set this Arceus up. So they think they're getting Arceus set up in the back, but they're wrong. There's the Swoobat. The 60 damage is going to be crazy. We have the Electric Energy. We have the Swoobat. Our Giratina will be able to knock out this Arceus. If they bring it in, we will be able to Spark. No, we can't knock it out unless we Spark. We're not necessarily going to Spark. We could, but the... Alright, we've got the plan. We are going to Broken Space Bellow. That doesn't even do it. Oh my goodness. This is going to be a rough episode. I can already tell. We've got Double Raichu, unfortunately needing 3 energy and not having enough to take the opponent out. We have Spark. We can knock the Arceus a little lower. I think we are just going to Bellow, though. Allow that to fill our energy up. We can come in and revenge with the Arceus. Then we can switch out. We can Dawn up into the Swoobat. They've got the Shaman, so I'm glad we didn't bother with the Spark Poke damage. They're going to go ahead and, I guess, get everything set up. Yeah, this Pikachu being in and dying to Metallic Turbo is really freaking bad. But we do have a potential combo. Now, we don't have an Electric Energy on Giratina, which sucks. But we can get Swoobat out, who also dies to Dialga. So, we've got a couple things to do here. We are going to Electric Energy our Pikachu. We're going to set up our Giratina. We are going to be able to come in and kill the Arceus if it comes in and kills us. Their Dialga can't kill us. We will at least be able to get a hit in. I have the Iona. That doesn't really do anything, but it might disrupt our opponent. So we're just going to go ahead and play it. We don't need this Dawn right now. We don't have a way to like store the energy exactly where we need to go. I'm suddenly thinking like, there's the Surge, there's the Swoobat, Raichu. We are going to Bellow. Now, next turn we might have a potential play. They attack us. They can't knock us out. They don't have Cyrus in hand. We can switch out to Raichu. Raichu will attack the Dialga. Oh, they're making us switch out. Yeah, you can have Swoobat, big dog. This isn't doing anything for us anyhow. Swoobat, really bad. 60 damage for 1 retreat. They're just going to keep... There we go. We've got that. We do have the Raichu that they do knock out now. And Giratina can do something as well. But we will get knocked out by the Arceus on the flip side. So here is Giratina. So we can tank a hit. We can retreat out. We can get something else set up over here. We've got the Dawn that does nothing. We've got the Raichu. We've got the Bellow. Yeah. We're going to Thunderbolt them and then leave. Because that, you got it, bro. You got it. I just want to see the Swoobat Dawn combo pop off one time. You know, here's that free electric. Luckily for this, it also discards all energy, not just electric energy. You can't even do anything interesting with it. And that's going to be the game. Let's roll to the next one. We're back in our next game. We're playing against Maxville, level 50. That's the highest I've seen. I'm actually wondering if it is the cap. Because if it is the cap, then we're getting close. We're at 45. We tried to play against some of these decks yesterday with a more casual deck that I was practicing, and I didn't encounter any of the meta stuff. But we do have the Woobat, we have the Swoobat in hand. All we really need is the Giratina combo, and we will pop off and go crazy. So we need to draw Giratina, and we need to draw Dawn. We have double Pokeball, so drawing Giratina isn't really necessary. We have a 50-ish% chance. We're going first again, which is unfortunate. Part of the power of this deck is being able to go second. We're going to start. They are playing the Gallade. Haha, we're never going to have any energy, so the Gallade is never going to be able to kill us. So that's at least pretty pog. We've got double Pokeball here. We're going to grab Pachirisu. Oh my goodness. And we're going to grab the Giratina that I'm looking for, right? That's going to be right here, and we don't get it. We do have Pachirisu, which would have been our lead. But we led with Woobat instead because we're bricked on stage 1. So we're going to draw the Dawn and the Giratina. No Giratina. Unfortunate. Dawn actually working itself out with this Pachirisu potentially, though. We will be able to attack. We will be able to set up our Pikachu on the bench. We are going to be like 2 turns behind, though. So we really want to see that Giratina. We wanted to see it turn 1. Because then we could have Giratina set up the Swoobat, right? So there, looks like they don't have much going on their side of the field. What we're going to do is we will go ahead and use this on the Swoobat. I can't remember. I think Kirlia has 30 damage on its slap attack. So we're not going, this isn't going to be the difference maker. This is also going to give us an opportunity to apply like slight pressure. Glade has 170 health. So We will need to hit it like one more time. Not only dealing 10 damage, pretty funny. So we're not going to have the red. We need to hope they don't get Kirlia and slap us right here. They do. They have Kirlia. They're slapping us. And we are going to retreat out to that Pachirisu and start getting Pikachu set up. Gallade does knock us out, which is also unfortunate, but we will get the Swoobat. He's going to give us some artificially more health. We're going to retreat into Pachirisu. We are going to Pachirisu to set up the Plasma. We're going to hit him with the Professor's Research. We're not conceding yet. We've got Pikachu, we've got Dawn. So this doesn't do anything unless we can get 2 hits out with Pachirisu. The only way to get 2 hits out with Pachirisu is to is to hope they don't have Gallade right now. But they've not activated any other cards, and they haven't played any other basics. So I'm imagining Gallade is very much in our future. But we can send... Unfortunately, Swoobat doesn't do it. We've actually messed up not putting this Pikachu on the bench. We needed to use him as a wall. There's the Gallade coming in. We do have a weakness to the fighting. We have the potential to sack Gallade, or Swoobat, sorry, and then we can get our Raichu out. We don't have a way to deal 10 more damage, though, so it looks like this is unfortunately going to be the game. This Raichu only dealing 140, and there's the second surge, just to give us a hard time. What we're going to do here is we're going to use Pikachu, and we're going to scare them with Raichu. We've got Raichu here. They're like, oh, they win automatically. Good game, I guess. And we're going to hope that they just kind of psych themselves out. The being weak to fighting does not matter in this matchup whatsoever. It is not particularly good no matter what we do. They've got just Gallade. If we had any form of extra damage, then maybe we could do something. We do have the Raichu coming out. Maybe we can scare them. Maybe we'll trick them into conceding when we put the energy on. We'll even, like, Lieutenant Surge it up. There is the Giratina coming in a little too late. We do potentially actually have a play suddenly. Nah, we don't have a damage booster. So, unfortunately, that's not going to do anything. We're going to Lieutenant Surge. Make them think, oh, they've got it, you know. And we are going to Thunderbolt. Discard all our energy. And then we're going to lose. Because of the weakness. Actually, that's funny. I didn't expect that to come up. It did come up. We lose because of the weakness right here. Because we did discard all our energy, so they didn't get any boost. And then they're going to kill us because of the Rocky Helmet plus weakness. And they have Riolu in this deck, and they really just got everything they could have possibly wanted. I'm kind of curious to see what they do. I'm sure they just attack there, right? Maybe they could do some nonsensical stuff. Yeah, they're just going to kill us. So, good game. Gallade. I'm not recording. Oh, I just had the craziest last game. And by craziest, I mean we somehow actually won, and the footage is lost. I swear. I don't know Jose Lucy. It was very... Yeah, they played Miss Magi CX. We thunderbolted it. It was so good. Alright, guys. Well, that was this episode of Pokemon Pocket Roulette. I lose like 25 games in a row, and then I win the game after I go to the restroom, and I stopped recording. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'm so happy this ended the way... No, we're just kidding. What do you mean? We're going to do the same thing. This deck is actually insane. Right here, right now, we're playing against Steelbach. I am not going to bed. I refuse. I don't care if I have to work tomorrow. We are going to get this game in. We are playing against a water deck that's going to lead Magikarp, and we're going to knock it out with Patchy. We're going first, which is pretty bad, but we could get the Swoobat combo. We're playing against an electric deck. We've got the Woobat. We've got Patchy. We've got Surge. This is terrible. This is such a... I don't even want to lead a Pokemon, honestly. We have 4 basics. They've got Blitzel. Oh, by the way. Oh, thank goodness our Woobat is immune to dark, or only deals... Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. I don't think you guys understand how upset I am. I literally just had a game where we got a win. Oh, it doesn't matter. I was so excited, and then I see I'm not recording. That's crazy that I wasn't recording. Oh, my goodness. This happened to me earlier this week. I had a great new little deck, and yeah, we're going to get Zap attacked. We're going to draw, see what we can get. We've got another Patchy. All right, get me out of here. All right, guys, this is the actual last one. I can't do it anymore. I finally have an awesome game. We get the win. We Thunderbolt. We knock out an EX. We have the follow-up potential, and it's gone. But we were playing against a beginner, so maybe we can kick their teeth in. Hopefully. They're playing a fire deck. We've got Pikachu, not the worst start. We've got Dawn, so we could potentially do our Woobat combo. We're going second, so we get first crack on the attack. Moltres is weak to electricity. They could get a bunch of tails. This beautiful Moltres, by the way. This full art, so good. I'm predicting Pokeball into research. It's a pretty common start. Oh, Rocky Helmet. This is so bad. It's going to knock us out before we deal 90 damage to it. But it is going to... Okay, hold. Pokeball. Could we get Patchy? Nope, but we got Giratina. Okay, I can work with Giratina. We don't even need to start pinging it because we are going to be able to knock it out with Raichu. There's the red. Is it worth pinging it now? No, we just have to wait. Oh, okay. I think we've got something here. We're going to Giratina. We're really going to hope that they just give up. That's kind of the real goal. They're just going to give up because they're like, oh, they've got Giratina. I don't have Charmander. I'm sure they have Charmander in hand. This is my problem with the Moltres version of the deck. Is like it feels less consistent than the cool Stoke one. Oh, do we just attack? People do things in weird orders sometimes. I think people just have a proclivity for a certain strategy. I tend to like, oh, okay, wait. Hold. And we've got research this turn. And we have Dawn for Swoobat. Okay, hold. The game might be a game. And we direct speed. Okay. Could they do anything crazy? They could retreat out. Well, no, okay. Yeah. We might have it. Oh my goodness. This is why I'm just going to start saying actual last one when I get tired of losing. And then it's going to be good to go. What are they going to do here? They've got Charmander. Okay, so they can start getting it set up. Oh, and we have the Swoobat. Okay, I think we have like all the lines covered. Even like triple heads, would be fine because as long as we can get the Raichu set back up, they're gonna get one. Please don't actually get triple heads. Okay, they've got 2 heads, and yeah, Charizard is now set up officially. But there's the other Raichu. We can get it here. We can send Raichu in. Charmeleon is not going to be able to take us out. We've got Woobat. We don't even need to burn. We know they probably have Charmeleon in hand. But we have Dawn, so what do we want to do here? We have X-Speed also. Yeah. This game is coming together. All right, we've got the Thunderbolt. We're Thunderbolting the Moltres. We are able to knock it out. Weakness doesn't matter. If they had Giant's Belt, wouldn't matter. Charmeleon at most can deal 40 damage. That's the only thing that can come in here. They could potentially pull out into like Paldea and Taurus. They're going to draw. We're going to see what they get. There is the Charmeleon. It's got 90 health, but hopefully we'll be able to do something. They're going to attack our Raichu. We'll be able to pull it out, though. Maybe it'd be Cyrus bait while Giratina is here. I wonder what's actually better here. Charizard really does just knock us out, huh? We have the option. Oh, there's a Lieutenant Surge. Okay, we've got 2 ways to do this. We can Dawn up the Psychic Energy to Swoobat. But then we don't have Raichu set up, which is like kind of scary. If they send Blast Burn Charizard in, they'll get 2 Blast Burn attacks, so we have to rotate through our other guys. We don't have a good way to do that. Let's do... This game's a win. I don't even care. We are getting our combo off. We're going to retreat into the Woobat. We're going to equip it with a Lightning Energy, and then we're going to... Bro. Oh, we don't have Swoobat in hand. I got a little carried away. Let's Iono. Let's put their Charizard back in the deck. We know they're bricking on it. Knowing the opponent is bricking on something and then being able to send it back is pretty funny. We've got the Dawn still. We did not draw the Swoobat, though. We'll have the Dawn next turn. We can Pokeball for Patchy. We can pull this Swoobat out for Patchy to get the Plasma set up on the Raichu. Unless... I think we lose. I do think... Oh, we already retreated him in for the Raichu. We will Bellows. Bellows is bellowing below the ground. Broken Space Bellow. Cool card. It was what I thought I wanted to say before the meta became what it was. There's the Charizard EX. They're hitting us with the Crimson Storm. They've got the Giant Cape also. Yeah, okay, we don't win this. If they Sabrina us, this is weak to water, so we can't weakness it. We can hope. They've already put their energy. So 1 attack, then next turn they do a 2nd attack, and then they have to take 2 more turns in order to get there. So we will go Patchy. We have to hope they don't Cyrus us in. We can set up this Pikachu instead.
I think we set this Pikachu up instead because then if they Cyrus us, we won't be at so behind. If we draw the other X speed, we've only got the 1, so we can't do anything there. We draw. We've got red, hold. We Patchy. We Pika. There's nothing else we would need to do crazy. There's no way to surge it in, so we'll Plasma. And after this Plasma, we'll start getting Pikachu set up. Maybe they'll do something. Yeah, there's really not much we can do. We can hope that. Oh no, they've got enough energy. Yeah, they've got 6 energy. So there's really not anything we can do here. We can send Giratina in to be like annoying. We can't surge it up either because there's nothing to surge from. Volkner much better, I think, than Surge. There's not anything that generates enough. Pachirisu is like putting electric on all your basic Pokemon. That would be really cool. Like that'd be a really cool way to like make something like this a little more self-interesting. But they do have 6 on the Charizard. We've got the Pikachu. Maybe we can draw the Surge. It's not going to matter though. And yeah, we just didn't get Patchy in time. We were able to take the Moltres out. There's the if only, right? If only these were all electric. We have Raichu. We just don't have a way to do anything crazy. Except allow the opponent to make us think we have an actual play. We're going to Dawn. They're going to be like, what? We can't even activate Surge. That's funny. We are going to go here. Oh, we could have done the Woobat play, but we're not going to be able to. Move the Psychic up. Lol, we can't even use it. I know. I knew we couldn't, but man, it still feels bad. All right, well, that's it for this episode of Pokemon Pocket Roulette. We got a win. That victory screen is there. I promise I'm so upset that it wasn't recording because, man, but we at least were able to knock out a Moltres. And the opponent was like super behind and kept getting unlucky. And I swear, with the Mismagius deck, we were also getting lucky, but we were able to knock Mismagius out, and then they just didn't draw their Curlia, and then they surrendered, and that's why you don't surrender. Thank you for watching this episode of Pokemon Pocket Roulette. This is the first one I haven't ended on a win. Woobat, just too inconsistent, and any kind of payoff is not worth it in this deck at all. We really have to hope the opponent is just like bricking on something bad. Any low efficiency, just like, hey, I can start dealing damage pretty quick, is going to take this deck out because there are no bones. There's not any kind of strong synergy. Finding Raichu wasn't really the problem with this deck, but 140 wasn't enough. We had to add the red. Plus, we're too busy using other trainer cards. Surge doesn't matter because the idea is, I guess, like you put it on Electrode and you can trade it out, but that's not that good because we're not playing Electrode. Thank you for watching. Smell you later.